Magic and magical people, the unnatural order is all around us. There are white witches, black witches, demons, vamps, werewolves, shapeshifters, ghosts. It's a protoplasmic party of creature features out there. But unless you know where to look, you won't find them. I know where to look. My name is Harry Strange.
I think my brother was kidnapped by a ghost.
A ghost? I'm sorry, miss, but I don't believe in ghosts. And you don't look like the type who does either.
Call it an educated guess, but I know they're out there.
Educated?
I have a PhD in applied sciences, and I have spent my life researching the place between science and magic.
Miss, doctor, whatever. It's late. As much as I would love to continue this conversation, actually, no. I haven't any desire to finish this conversation. About a week earlier, I had wrapped up a case where a client turned out to be the queen of the succubus. Succubi? I never could keep that plural straight. The queen's check just cleared, and I was ready to make a weekend of it. Was on my way out of the office, except there was a doll sitting in my waiting room. It's always a doll, some woman who makes most men want to go out of their way to take care of her on the remote chance that she might be willing to take care of them later. Does that sound harsh? Well, gentle listener, let me tell you this. I didn't make the rules, but I am a keen observer of them. This doll was well put together, curves in all the places that should have them, eyes as big as saucers, and a bottom lip as thick and juicy as a 2-inch steak. At the bottom of her shapely legs was a pocketbook the size of a bowling bag, propping up a hat bag. I don't remember the last time I saw a hat bag. Anyway, the damsel said her name was Carmen. I didn't catch her last name.
Mr. Strange, please.
I was walking Carmen to the door. This close to her, I could smell her perfume. Opium, I believe. I was always a sucker for scents, and this one was intoxicating.
Have you heard of the White Lady?
You mean the legend of Night Falls Park? Yeah, and?
My brother and I may be the ones who accidentally sort of conjured her up.
You accidentally brought forth a demon? What did you do, read your Catholic Mass book backwards?
Mr. Strange, I am not joking. It was 1984. I was there for her first kill, Billy Jones. Please, Mr. Strange, I don't have much time left.
Not only did she sound scared, she looked petrified. Call me a sucker for a dame with a pouty lip. I sat down. It was going to be a long night. Okay, tell me everything. Do you want some coffee?
Please. As I said, it was 1984, and I was 15. Carmine, my brother, was 13.
Your parents named you Carmen and Carmine?
Yes. My mother was Carmela, and my dad was Carl. They thought it would be, I don't know, cute. I also think they did a lot of drugs in the 70s. My mother was ahead of her time. She actually kept her last name, Strega, when she married my dad. It caused quite a family controversy. When I was born, I got her name, and my brother got my dad's name.
Does any of this have any bearing to how you came to conjure the White Lady?
No, I don't suppose so.
If you don't mind, then?
Right. Like I said, it was the summer of 1984. Carmine and I were both out of school for summer vacation. My dad and Mom were divorced about 2 years by then. I wanted to go with my dad, but the court said I wasn't old enough to make the decision. My mother and I argued a lot. There was this one time...
Point, please.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The night it happened, my mother was going to work.
It was on a night like this that the bride and groom rose from hell seeking vengeance on the young lovers in the park. They would descend on the boyfriends and girlfriends, the groom burning them with his icy-cold touch, and the bride ripping and tearing into their flesh with her razor-sharp claws and jagged teeth. The victims would try to scream, but the bride would twist their heads, snapping their neck, and then...
Stop it! I'm not listening anymore. Mom!
Aw, what's the matter? Is little baby Carmine scared? Gonna run to Mommy?
What's going on in here?
Nothing. I was just telling Carmine a little story.
It wasn't a little story, Mom. It was a great big scary story with an evil bride and everything.
Oh, no, not an evil bride. Carmen's just teasing you, honey. There aren't any evil brides.
That's not what Daddy says.
Well, what your father says doesn't hold much weight around here anymore.
No, you hold enough weight for the both of you.
Did you say something, Carmen?
I said, how late will it be before we see you?
Oh, it will be late, 2 or 3. Fridays are busy at the diner. Carmine can stay up until 10, but no later. We're going to see Grandma tomorrow, and I don't want any grumpy children.
Mother? Us? Grumpy? You cut me to the quick. Little brother and I are never grumpy.
Right, and I'm the Queen of England. Be good. Carmine, listen to Carmen, and Carmen, don't be such a bitch.
What?
I said, Carmen, don't be such a witch. What did you think I said?
Never mind.
Love you, Mom.
Love you both.
What a little candy ass you are. Mommy, Carmen's telling a scary story. When are you going to grow up?
When are you going to stop being such a skank, Carmen?
Skank? Are you going to start telling everyone I have cooties next?
Too late.
What?
Nothing. I'm gonna go watch MTV.
I've got it.
Whatever.
Hello? Hi, Mary. I'm fine, just babysitting.
I'm not a baby.
No, I can't tonight. What? No. She did not. How do you know? She did? What did she say?
What? Oh no! Little Cindy Lou wore blue? I can't believe it. I was gonna wear blue. It's so not fair. Girls are so dumb.
He told me I was. I did it. How can he do this? He told me he loved me. This is so unfair.
Is Carmen crying? I don't remember the last time I heard her cry.
But he told me he loved me. No, I know. One thing. That's what they want. Hang on a sec. I think my little brother is spying on me. Are you spying on me?
Yeah, because that would be so interesting.
You're such a dork. When? Tonight? Oh, I'll take care of him. Come on, we've got to go to the park.
Are you okay?
Of course. Why would you ask that?
Just want to make sure. You're my sister-in-law.
I'm fine, and you're weird. Now come on, we've got to go to the park.
I'm not allowed to go after dark.
You'll be with me. It will be okay.
I don't think so.
If you come out with me now, I'll let you stay up until 10:30.
Big deal. That's only 30 minutes.
Okay, 11. Okay, 11:30, but not a minute later.
I guess.
You know, Carmine, even though you're weird, I still love you.
Love you too, sis, but you're gonna have to buy me lemon ice when we get to the park.
Deal.
So you conjured a demon and terrified people for the last 20-something years because you were mad at your boyfriend?
Are you going to let me tell the story?
Sure. You might want to wrap it up soon. I get paid by the hour.
So, we went to the park and I saw Billy sitting on the front of his car. It was a sweet BMW 528i. It was huge. The back seat was the size of your waiting room.
Is something wrong? Billy? You seem nervous.
No, I'm fine.
Good. You know, I really had a good time the other night.
Me too. Well, I should be going.
Going where, Billy? Your car is parked.
Well, I should.
Billy, they didn't have raspberry, so I got cherry. I hope that's... Oh. Hi, Carmen.
Susie. Susie? You're here with Susie Carmichael instead of me?
Well,
Cherry lemon ice is the only cherry you're going to ever get from Susie.
What does that mean?
Wow, you are as dumb as they say. It means you're a tramp. Is that clear enough?
Wait, Carmen.
Don't touch me after you've touched her.
Let her go, Billy. She's such a bitch.
That's funny coming from East Side High Pump.
Who are you calling pump, tramp? At least my dad didn't leave my mother for a stripper. Ow! She slapped me. Billy, do something.
Carmen!
Don't bother.
Carmen, wait, it's not what you think.
Let the stupid slut go.
You handled that well.
I was 15 and hormonal.
You were all kinds of promiscuous for kids.
It was the 80s.
Fair enough.
Hormonal doesn't come close to how angry and hurt I was. I really loved Billy, and I thought he loved me.
If I had $1 for every time a client said that to me.
I cannot believe him. He's a dirtbag.
Who is? Billy? I thought he was your boyfriend.
I thought so too. I guess I was wrong.
Sure acted like he was your boyfriend last weekend.
I cannot believe he is here with that gutter skank, Susie. What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
I am not in the mood. What do you mean he acted like it last weekend?
Promise not to get mad.
I promise I will get mad if you don't start talking. Now spill.
Stop! You're gonna tear my shirt!
I'm waiting.
Okay. Last weekend, when you and Billy were down in the basement, I saw him touching you and you touching him.
That's enough. What did you tell Mom? What did you tell Mom?
Nothing. I didn't tell her anything.
How do I know you are telling me the truth?
Because you're not grounded. I swear, Carmen, I didn't say anything. I knew Mom would be really pissed, and I didn't want her to hurt you. Really, I swear to God.
Really? You were worried about her hurting me?
Yes, no, please, let go, you're hurting me. What happened?
It was Susie Carmichael. He was with her. He just used me, got his jollies and moved on to her. I'm not gonna take this. I'll get him.
What are you gonna do?
I'll make him a eunuch. Ha! He won't be the big man on campus anymore. Whoosh! Off with his head, cried the Red Queen.
So Carmine and I went back home to get my grimoire. He didn't want to go. The stuff in my kit scared him. But I didn't think he wanted to argue with me. That's what I thought back then. Over the years when I thought about it, I realized that perhaps it was because he loved me.
Your grimoire?
Yes, my book of magic. It was a gift from my Nana. I thought she was crazy, and I was pretty sure my mother was afraid of her, but I loved her. She lived well into her hundreds. She taught me things.
Of course. Strega. La vecchia religione. Italian witchcraft.
Very good, Mr. Strange. My grandmother, her grandmother, and her grandmother were all high priestesses. One of my ancestors was killed by the Order of the Cross and Sword in the 1700s.
Strong bloodline. Conjuring a demon or lost soul would be a walk in the park.
Puns, Mr. Strange?
Sorry, it's been a long week. I'm not on my best game. Please, continue.
We went back to the apartment. Carmine was whining the entire time.
Fear of dark magic? I would hardly consider that whining.
It wasn't dark magic. Well, all right, maybe it was. But I wasn't thinking that at the time. I told Carmine he should be honored to participate in a ritual that boys weren't usually allowed.
I'm a little rusty on my Strega rites. Doesn't calling forth a spirit require a blood sacrifice?
Yes.
Just so I'm clear, you and your brother killed an animal and brought back a spirit because little Billy couldn't keep his wanker in his pants?
Oh, it sounds so wrong when you say it like that.
How can it sound right?
First of all, we didn't kill any animals. There were enough fresh dead things lying around the White Lady tree. And in light of what I brought back, I don't think it was all me. I think something else was at work there that night.
So you were just the switchboard? You think that absolves you of anything?
I am not looking for absolution, and I certainly wouldn't ask someone like you for it. I do plan to fix the problem.
Finish the story. Happy hour at Haxon's is almost over.
So I did the incantation, and nothing happened. That was good enough for Carmine. He crossed the street. I was getting ready to cross when we heard Billy's car.
The stories are true. This place is evil. Let's go.
Right. I'll take care of Billy another night.
Isn't that... He's going pretty fast. He's not gonna make the turn.
Billy! Slow down!
Carmen, he's headed right for you. Look out! Carmen! Carmen! Carmen, answer me. Where are you?
Back here.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I got behind the tree before the car hit. Oh my God! Billy!
We've got to get going. Call the police. We can't stay here. Carmen, you're not listening to me.
Billy! Billy, are you okay?
You can't help him. Look at his arm. I'm pretty certain his bones are not supposed to be sticking. Ow! Why'd you hit me?
Help me.
We need to call an ambulance. Carmen, I smell gas. I think the car might blow up.
The car is not going to blow up. You watch too much television.
Help me.
Go see if you can help Miss Mouth over there.
Did you see her?
Yes? We see Susie.
No, not Susie.
Shh, shh. We're going to get you out.
Ah! Don't touch me. Bones hurt.
Okay, sorry. So sorry.
Susie, are you okay? Okay, stupid question. Can you hear me?
I'm not deaf. Just get me out of here.
Okay, hang on. The door is stuck.
Aren't you the smart one? Of course the door is stuck. I already tried that.
Hey, don't talk to my brother that way. He's trying to help you.
Oh, yeah. Rescue Rick is doing a wonderful job. A Phoebe and a tramp. Do your parents have any kids who lived?
Who are you calling a tramp, slut?
You are so lucky I can't get out.
I'm so scared of Runaround Sue.
You're just jealous.
Why? Because your legs spread easier than butter? I don't think so.
I've got a pry bar. The trunk popped open during the accident. They should...
Shut up, Carmine!
Did you see her? The bride. She was in the middle of the road.
What did you say?
The bride. I swerved to miss her.
Billy, there wasn't anyone there. I saw the accident.
Why did you stop trying to open the door?
What? Oh, sorry. She's right, Billy. We didn't see...
It's okay, Billy. You're hallucinating. You might have a concussion.
I am not...
Billy! Billy!
Get me out of here!
Billy, please speak to me.
Yes, I'm out. Ah! Oh, God, my leg.
You might want to sit down.
No, we've got to get out of here.
Susie, you can't get very far on that leg.
I'll be able to get away from here.
Carmen, I think we should listen to her.
I cannot leave Billy here.
Hey, look. I think somebody's coming.
Listen to me, Carmine. We have to leave.
But help is here.
No, it isn't. There really was someone in the road. I saw him too, only for a second. Billy and me were arguing about your sister. He was speeding. I told him to slow down. He wouldn't listen. Just as we turned the bend, there was a man standing in the middle of the road. That's what I saw. Billy yelled something about a bride in the middle of the road. The next thing I knew, you and your sister were running up to the car.
Who do you think it was?
I don't know. I don't care. We need to leave.
Can't leave Carmen here. Let me get her. Don't leave.
Hurry back.
I'm just going to the other side of the car. It's not that far.
Billy, I forgive you for being with Susie, but you've got to open your eyes. We've got to get out of here.
Carmen, he's gone. He's not going to get up. We need to get Susie to help, and I still think the car might catch fire.
1 minute, Carmine!
1 minute, sis. But we really need to go.
I know.
Ah! Help me!
Who is that by Susie?
It's the groom. It's true. Come on, sis. I've got to help Susie.
He's touching me. It burns. It's burning my skin.
Get off of her. Susie, run. Carmen, run.
Carmine! Look out! Billy, I've got to go. I'm sorry. I love you, Billy.
Do you see the angel?
I don't know what you mean.
Behind you. The angel.
Behind me? It's her! The bride! Oh my God! No! Get away! Get away! She's pulling Billy out of the car! No, you bitch! Leave him alone! Oh God! Sorry, I didn't mean to come near you. What are you doing? Put him down! Stop it, you're breaking him!
She was smashing him into the bark like she was trying to force him into the tree.
When I looked at her and saw that quivering lip and those big teary eyes, I wanted to hold her. Dr. Strega, for the past 20 years people have died because you lost your temper.
No! Billy and Susie were the only two deaths directly related to the White Lady and her familiar. Everyone else is accounted for.
So it's okay if you're only responsible for 2 deaths? Body count too low?
I don't know what came back, but that wasn't what I called.
Look, I'm sorry about your brother, but if I were you, I'd chalk it up to karma and get my affairs in order.
You're a cold bastard.
And you're an adult woman who hasn't come to terms with the little thing I like to call responsibility.
I have lived my entire life with these things. I've tried to stop it. Remember the fire a couple of years ago? That was me. I tried to burn it down, close her portal into this world.
Her portal?
Yes. I am convinced that the tree is the White Lady's entry point to our realm. If I can close it with her inside, I may be able to stop it.
So you set a fire that burned half the park and left the tree?
It wasn't focused enough to stop her, but I did get her little toady sidekick.
Excuse me?
Here.
She handed me the hat box that was lying at her feet. It was heavier than it looked. I started to open the latch and stopped. Are you telling me there's a demon in here? Oh, good God, what is that smell?
Garlic and vinegar, and a couple of Strega specialties.
I lifted the lid and looked inside. The first things I noticed were its teeth. An imp's mouth can never close all the way because its teeth, fangs really, never stop growing. Imps are the lowest form of demon, but they're one of the fastest. Some imps were humans who made deals with devils for eternal life. Some are purebred. This imp looked like he had been human at some point. Probably made a deal with the White Lady. If the Unnaturals were a video game, imps would be the first-level baddies. But still, for Carmen to have killed one, that was damn impressive.
She sent her imp after me. I need backup. I came here for your help, not to be judged by some sanctimonious Sam Spade. I'm sorry about Billy and Susie and everyone else, but I have lost my brother. Have you ever lost anyone? What do you know about loss?
Sweetheart, if you knew what I knew about loss, you'd invite the White Lady to your house for tea. I'm sorry, Dr. Strega. I'm gonna pass on this. Find someone else.
But there's no one with your skills.
Then you'll have to improvise. Good night.
Wait! I know about Romeo Chase.
Where did you hear that name?
It wasn't easy for me to come here, Mr. Strange. I had to make sure that you could really help me. I did my research.
What do you know about Romeo Chase?
I know that he was a good man put in extraordinarily bad circumstances. I also know you did what you could to save him.
If this is some type of shakedown...
If this was a shakedown, I would have already made my demands. You are the only person who can help me.
$300 a day, plus expenses.
That's very expensive.
Well, I am the only person who can help you.
Could you be any more of an ass?
Give me time. You hardly know me.
Tonight's episode, Harry Strange 102, Teenage Girls Do the Darndest Things, was written and directed by Tony Serecchia and produced by Breanne Ahearn and Tony Serecchia. All materials copyright by Tony Serecchia and used with his permission. Featured in tonight's cast were Casey Morgan, Sylvia Galan, Kellen Stennett, Parker Wierling, Christine Kohl, Rob Van, Laura Post, and Herrari Hamilton.